Alright, so on to another section of the GT6. Going to be working on the inside, cutting out some of the rust and nasty stuff. So I'm going to take you on a walkabout, show you what all I've got. Here's my fancy little chair I set up in here. It's a board to help disperse the weight so that this holy floorboard will hold me up while I'm cutting. So we're going to be doing some cutting. So here we go. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made with marker where I'm cutting out. So right here, the reason why I'm coming up here is you can maybe, I hope this board holds me up. There we go. You can see it's cheap camera. The rust in between the seams. So I've drawn where are the spot welds there, and I think there's another one there. So we're going to cut this out. Spot welds on that side I'll have to check into. Pull this piece out, cut out here. Over here where I got some rust going on, I'm going to cut, where is it? I'm going to cut here first, then come across the seam, then come down, over, up, then across this seam here. I'm learning to cut on seams for making welding easier. And then I'm going to jump up here, keep this little spot weld, then cut down here and pull this piece out. So this piece and this piece are going to be separate pieces. And then I've marked down here where, I don't know, we'll see how far I want to go with cutting today with like things down here. So that's where things are nasty. And I'll get all the ugly stuff from here out. We still got the outside to deal with, you can see some over there. But little pieces at a time, picking away at it. Alright, let's set up and see what we can do. Well, or as some people say, welp. Pretty definitive statement. Anyhow, I think I'm about to wrap up for today, so figured I'd fill in where I'm at. I think I had the microphone unplugged at one point, and so there might be some silence. I don't know. I'll see it when I look back at the tape. So some of the things to share with you. So this piece I cut out on the inside, and I marked with an arrow pointing up because that always helps me with remembering. Because these are some weird shapes sometimes. Here I got the arrow pointed up here on this. I don't know if you can see it or not. That helps me with the orientation, just like where to begin. And then I usually transfer that arrow onto my like replacement patches and so forth. That kind of helps. So what all I was doing is it's kind of seems like a game of how much can I cut out without compromising any kind of structural integrity. So I try to be like really strategic about the pieces that I cut out so that everything is still holding itself together well and I don't have to worry about the geometry going funny on me. The drill bit was getting old, so this is a problem with spot welds. I know it's tough. I sometimes go through, and I know I can fill it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather do it right the first time. So anyhow, I had the grinding wheel, grinding off the spot welds on the inside and cutting those out, pulling out. And this flange is going to need to be replaced too. There's rust here, but I'm leaving this in, so I've got it as a marker of where to, with this replacement patch over here, where exactly, how high it needs to be in lining it up. And then after that, I can cut this off and just weld a new flange on there. And let's see, what else have I got to say? This is a really cool hammer that I've gotten to like hammers a lot, but this one's been really good, especially for straightening flanges, and it's because it's so small. And it had, you can see on the back, there were like teeth coming out the back, and so it was just as long this side as this side. And by cutting the teeth off, which I didn't even use that side, it allows me to kind of get like into tighter spaces, which is great. And then the smaller hitting area is just, it seems to do the trick with straightening out bent flanges from removing spot welds and so forth. So there's that. Then I'll, let's show you real quick what we got in here. So I cut this piece out, and again left a little bit right here, just to kind of hold the body shape together. And And this was that funny looking piece, and you can see all the way through the rust out there. I got on here with the wire wheel too, cleaning things up. And so this is all going to need to go. So this is, before I replace any of this other stuff, this is going to be my first focus because it's the most inside part. So I'll probably cut it about here, come up to keep those holes. I might even come all the way up to here and across and up and over, and then just get a bunch of rust reformer in there to cover the rest. But I mean, it's not horrible, but you know, I want to replace it. These holes look like they serve a purpose, so I'm going to try to. That's why I want to try to go around them. Anytime there's like really important markers in the body, I like to leave those. Okay, and then see in here, and this is where I left this little piece here, so this didn't go flopping around. So this is still going to be exactly where it's supposed to be when I cut this little piece and put it in. And like I said, measure it the flange from here, cut this flange off, weld this flange on, then weld that piece all the way on. And after I fix this, I'm going to come over here, then come over here. After I do this, I'll be able to be solid enough to come in on the other side because I'll have this line going all the way down. And I'll show you. So in here, that all needs to be, given a one-over. And I know the seam has got some bad spots too, especially right here. Some of that metal is going to have to go. But I had planned on taking the seam out, so I'll replace that when I get to that. So that's not for any time right away. Okay, so we are. That's today. Yeah, alright. Later.